Hello students, welcome in another session of XII Computer Science paper 1. So let us proceed chapter 3 C++. In previous video we have seen constructor and destructor function and its rules, how to create constructor function, how to create destructor function. Now student, in this video I am explaining inheritance. Before that, just see what do you mean by access specifier and visibility mode. It is also called as visibility mode. I think you are familiar with this access specifier because already we have seen these words in syntax in class declaration. Okay, public and private. Then how many access specifier in C++? 3 types of access specifier. First one, public, then private and protected. These are the access specifier. Okay, now you know this public and private because already we have seen this public and private, this access specifier in class declaration syntax. Now see what is the actual meaning of public, private and protected. When public is used and private is used and then protected, what is the actual function or meaning of this public? Okay, now see, let us first public. When public access specifier is used, then member function must be called from outside the class. Understood student? When you use public access specifier, then member function must be called from outside the class. Now you know outside and inside. Okay, outside the class and inside the class, because already we have seen how to access member function inside the class and outside the class. Okay, now when student, suppose you declared access specifier public, then you can member function or member variables access anywhere, means you can also access outside the class. This is the benefit of this public. Now second one is private. Private means only only that function. Okay, only limited that function. If private access specifier used in class, then member functions that are only called from within the class. This is very important. See, when public is used, then outside the class, and when private is used, then from within the class, it is called as private. Okay, means suppose you want to keep the information privately. Okay, your information can't access any other user, then you can use that data declare as a private, because that data limit only within the class, can't access outside the class. And third one is, this is the new access specifier, protected. This type of access specifier is used for elements which should be directly usable in subclasses, but which should not be accessible from the outside. Now student, this protected access specifier mostly used in inheritance OOPS concept. And this inheritance OOPS concept, now just see after this finish access specifier. Okay, means subclasses means first create base class, then create derived class, means depends upon base class, it is called as subclass. At that time we can use this protected access specifier. Okay, understood how many access specifier? Public, private and protected. Now see inheritance. This is one of the object oriented concept in C++ language, and it is a very useful features of classes in inheritance. It is possible to declare a class that inherits the properties of another class or classes. See, it is when inheritance is used, then it is possible to declare a class that inherits the properties of another class or classes. This means that with good class design, you can build applications which are based on reusable code. Understood? Reusable code. That is, main purpose behind inheritance is code reusability. Means, suppose student, you want to, in many programs or in many softwares, so many coding are same. You can that specific part reuse many times. Then at that time inheritance features is used. Okay, means here what is inheritance? Already we have seen definition of inheritance in OOPS concept. The mechanism of deriving a new class from an old one is called as inheritance. The old class is referred to as the base class and new one class is called as the derived class. Okay, means base class is old class and derived class is new class. Means create a new class from old class. It is called as inheritance. This is basically done by creating a new class, means reusing the properties of the existing one. Functions and variables of a class that has been tested can be used by object of another class. This is known as inheritance. Understood, student? Means just listen. When inheritance is used, the original class is called as also parent class or superclass of the new class, or a subclass is said to be a specialization of its superclass. Means C++, this inheritance used means reusable code. The reuse of a class that has already been tested, debugged and used many times can save the effort of developing and testing the same again. This is the advantage of this inheritance OOPS concept. Okay, when inheritance is used of a class that has already been tested, debugged and used many times can save the effort of developing and testing the same again. It is called as inheritance. Okay, now see the syntax, how to declare derived class. See here, class, first write class, this is a keyword. Then derived class name, you can write any derived class name. Then here colon, see here colon, don't write scope resolution operator. Okay, this is a different syntax. Colon, then access specifier. Now just see, just now we have seen access specifier 3 types: public, private or protected. Okay, then write here one of them, public, either private or protected. Then base class name, then begin and body of derived class name. Here body of derived class name, spelling mistake is there, and end and semicolon. Why here semicolon? Because it is also class. Okay, so here after end then write semicolon. This is the syntax of inheritance. Now see example. Suppose normally class is create. Now you know how to declare the class. Class name, then begin, then function. Okay, member function. See begin, suppose void show, then begin. See out, in this show is a member function and this show member function inside a class A. Okay, now in show member function just write one sentence, see out, this is a base class. Okay, just I write one sentence, this is a base class, then end of this base class. Okay, this is base class, sorry, end of this function. Here this end is function, show function, then end of this class A. Okay, this is end of class A. Now create a new class based on old class. Now here old class is A. Now new class, what is the syntax? Class, derived class name, colon, access specifier, base class name. Now see here, class, derived class name is B, then colon, access specifier here used public, then base class name, what is the base class name? A. So write here A, and this is the derived class name. Now begin, write in class B, one more member function void display. Okay, now in this display member function, again just write one sentence to print this is a derived class, then end of this display function, and after this end function here end of derived class. Okay, this is a just simple example of inheritance. What is, student, see properly in this program which main thing is forget to write in this program. See here, always access specifier, right here public. Okay, here also public, otherwise it is included in private access specifier. So right here public, when private is access then can't access that function, so write under public then member function. Understood this example? Now see different types of inheritance. Different types of inheritances. Many times in board paper ask this question, explain different types of inheritances with one example. So just write simple example any one of them. Don't write all examples for all types of inheritance. Okay, now see in inheritance 5 types are there. First is single inheritance, then multi-level inheritance, multiple inheritance, hierarchical inheritance, and hybrid inheritance. This is a different 5 types of inheritances. Okay, now just see one by one what is the main function of this single, multiple, multi-level, hierarchical. Okay, now first is single inheritance. So let us see first single inheritance. In single inheritance, what is the definition? A derived class with only one base class is called single inheritance. Now student, you know derived class and base class. Base class means old class, derived class means new class. So here in single inheritance, a derived class with only one base class means derived new class from only one base class is called single inheritance. Now see diagrammatically, see this is a is a base class and B is a derived class. This is a means from A is a old class and B is a new class, means derived this B class from this old class. This is a single inheritance. Understood student? Now next type is multi-level inheritance. In multi-level inheritance, a derived class with only one base class is called single inheritance. Sorry student, don't write this statement, it is copy same as that single inheritance. So here multi-level inheritance, first see diagrammatically, then understood very well. First A, then B, then C. Okay, A is a base class, B is a derived one class, C is a derived two class. Okay, means C, student, in this diagram C is a derived class. What is the base class of this C class? B. What is the base class of B class? A. Means for B class base class is A, for C class base class is B. Means A is a base class, then from A B is a derived one, and from B C is a derived two class. This is called as multi-level inheritance. Means this definition is totally wrong. Okay, sorry student. So here the mechanism of deriving a class from another derived class is known as multi-level inheritance. Okay, what is a multi-level? The mechanism of deriving a class from another derived class. This is the definition of multi-level. See, deriving a class, another derived class. This is derived 2, this is derived 1, this is base class. Okay, this is called as, this is wrong, totally wrong. This statement totally deleted. Okay, it is called as multi-level. Now next is multiple inheritance. In multiple inheritance, see, when a class is derived from several base class. What is the definition? When class is derived from several base class, it is called as multiple inheritance. Means several base class in this multiple inheritance. See the diagrammatically. See, more than one here base class. B is a base class, B1 is base class, B2 is base class. And from these all base class, one derived class will be created, that is D. Okay, means these are the all base classes and these are the one derived class. It is called as multiple inheritance. Understood? This multi-level and multiple. Multi-level means deriving a class from another derived class, and in multiple, derived from several base class. It is called as multiple inheritance. Now next type is hierarchical inheritance. In hierarchical inheritance, when more than one class is derived from one base class. See here, in previous type, more than one base class derived, create a new one derived class. But here, opposite of that, when more than one class is derived from one base class, then it is called hierarchical inheritance. It is called hierarchical inheritance. See diagrammatically, B is a base class and this is a one base class, and from this one base class deriving new class, more than, you can derive more than one base class. See, first, second, dot 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 dn, means you can create more than one base class. It is called as hierarchical inheritance. Okay, means B is a base class and D1, D2 is derived classes. Then you can derive 2, you can derive 3. It is called as hierarchical inheritance. And last one is hybrid inheritance. Hybrid means any type. Hybrid means any type. Means this type of inheritance structure is not fixed. Just see one structure, means the inheritance which involves more than one inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. This is a definition. Involves more than one inheritance is called as hybrid inheritance. See diagrammatically. See, A is a base class. From A again create two derived class, B and C. And from this B and C class again derived one derived class. Okay, create one derived class. Means from this D base class is B or C, or from this B or C base class is A. Okay, means A is a base class of B and C and B and C base class of D. This is called as hybrid inheritance. Okay, understood student? Now assignment is given. In previous video same assignment already again sent, so sorry. Now in this video these 5 questions are given, and this question many times asked in board paper, so write it properly. Okay, then end of this session 8. Thank you.